to my channel. Look, I have natural nails painted today. Oh, that is a first for a very, very long time. If you're wondering, it is the I Heart New York from Madame Glam. It is beautiful, I love it. So someone was asking about these nails because it's in my intro. And I explained they were for a challenge on Instagram, and I haven't actually made a tutorial for them until now. I decided, you know what, I do really like them, so let's just do a tutorial. So I'm using base coat, bright honey, perfect black, what else? Soak off top coat, and the gold gel paint because, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. So let's do a base coat and pop them in the lamp. I did originally on the picture in the intro, that is just gold glitter. I put a top coat on and put gold glitter on, but we have that gold gel paint now, so I had to use it. So the thumb and the index, I can't remember. The thumb is definitely yellow. I'm going to do 2 coats of all of that yellow. So we've done the thumb, the index, and we're doing the ring, black, yellow, bloody black. And then the middle and the pinky will be perfect black. They're all going to have 2 coats, and make sure you just do, with the, especially with the black, really, really thin coats. Make sure you're doing thin coats. And if you can see, once that colour's on, I really splay that brush, so it's taking off any of the excess that's built up. And get that colour on, and then I splay the brush and just dragging any of that excess off. It's so pigmented, so pigmented. And I put a bit on now, and I might know too much, so I don't actually dip it back into the bottle to get more. I've dragged off some of the excess and I've wiped it back into the bottle, and then I carry on splaying that brush and dragging it all down. So give them a cure for 30 seconds in your lamp, and you're going to see the difference now between, oh yeah, my daughter brought me a cup of tea, bless her. It's so pale, but I can't complain. You're going to see the difference now between 1 coat and 2 coats, and it does make all the difference, even with the black, even though it's super pigmented. And you could get away with just 1 coat. It just do 2 coats. So the challenge was called the Glam Nails Challenge, and it is held by NB Nail Art. I think her name's Bianca. But yeah, on Instagram they'll do a different theme each month. And I think this might have been for May or June. No, June's too late. It was definitely May because I didn't do anything for July. And I haven't even done the August ones yet. I've been so busy. But I definitely want to give September a go. They tell you what the theme's going to be just before the start of the month. So you can buy any supplies or get your ideas floating about, get them all down on paper if you need to. But yeah, I love it. I really do like the challenge. So I definitely want to start the September one. So I need to keep my eye out for the list that they put out with the theme for September. So give them a cure, and then we can move on to decorations. So let's start with the index first. and the Perfect Black. I'm just going to put a little bit on a palette, and I've got some super cheap black glitter, the ultra liner brush, and that little white tub thing. Absolute godsend. Amazing, you'll see in a sec. So I've got the ultra liner brush from Madam Glam and the Perfect Black, and I'm going to mark first of all in the middle, and we're going to do some stripes. I'll just mark where roughly the middle is, and we're going to go a little bit above that and a little bit below that to create the thickness of our stripe. And just take your time with this. It doesn't need to be rushed. And I definitely recommend a detailing brush, like a long liner brush or something with the long thin bristles. It just makes life that bit easier when we're doing straight lines. So I'm going to fill all of that in, and then I'm going to neaten up those lines a little bit more once it's all filled in. And then we can go and put in the marks for the other black stripes that we want. And we're only going to do one coat of the black. And you can, if it's easier for you, if you feel like you're going to knock the previous line, the line you've just done, give it a flash cure or give it a full cure before you move on to the next line, just in case you fluff that one up and then you have to wipe it all off. You don't want to start again, do you? It is time consuming and you do not want to start again. So just mark where you want the next line to be. I'm trying to keep the gaps the same sort of thickness so that the black line and the yellow lines in between are the same sort of thickness. So get them all put on and then give it a cure. Okay, so we've done one coat of the black lines. We've given it a cure. I did initially wipe over and then I was like, what am I doing? Why have I wiped it off? With the isopropyl alcohol, I didn't need to. So anyway, top coat, get it cured, and then put a little bit of the top coat on your palette. Clean your ultra liner brush or liner brush so it's ready to go over those black lines. So when you're going over the black lines, don't go right to the edge with the top coat. Just come just before it, like a millimetre, 2 millimetres, really, really close, but don't go onto the actual line. Unless you wanted to, it creates like a fuzzy effect. You'll see the glitters or like the bumpy line, the fuzzy line. If you go up to the black line with the top coat, because then the glitter, it kind of spills over onto the yellow, and I didn't want that. So I made sure that it was just before the lines, just inside, and then when I put the glitter on, it's going to be a perfect straight line still. Okay, now time to glitter it all up. So this glitter is just from B&M in like a really big, like a bulk pack. And it comes in these tiny little jars as well. They're so cute. So covering it all in glitter. And because we top coated it before adding the wet top coat, the glitter's only going to stick where the wet top coat is. You can use base coat, but I think top coat's best because you still, even though the glitter's there, I found that it's still a little bit sticky. even though the glitter's covering it. So I've popped that in the lamp, and then I want to show you this little tub. I don't know whether I showed you before. So it comes with this tiny little funnel, and it sits perfectly in the little jar. Slide out the little tray scoopy bits, and it just dips back in. Amazing, I love it. And then just grab a stiff nail brush once it's all cured and just buff off the rest of that loose glitter. And you can see the lines are nice and straight because we didn't go right up to the line with the top coat. And that one's done. Pop it to one side. Okay, so for the middle one, like I said, originally on the first one, I used just gold glitter with the top coat. But I have this now, and it'd be a crime not to use it. So I'm going to use the same ultraliner brush. Gave it a clean. Don't forget to mix up your gel paints, your gold, especially the glitter ones. Definitely need a stir. So I find it easier when I'm doing drips to start with the drip bit and then pull up. So I'm going to put them in. And I want the bottom of the drip, the drippy bit, to be thicker. So I have like a... You can't see my fingers and my hands doing the shape, but it needs to be more bulbous at the end, and then thinner, and then it will thicken up again where it's going to join onto the other drips, if that makes sense at all. It probably doesn't, because I'm not very good at explaining things. So I only do one coat of this gold glittery gel paint because look at it, and it doesn't leave a sticky inhibition layer either. It dries, it cures completely tacky free. So I love that about all the gel paints, that they don't have a sticky inhibition layer after curing. So get your drippy drips on. You don't have to copy, you can do whatever. I mean, if the nails are shorter, or square or coffin or ballerina or even oval, just make the drips work with the shape and the length that your nails are. I actually wasn't very happy with how this drip turned out, but it is what it is. So I want to add like an extra blob that's blobbed off, fallen off. So we're creating that near the bottom. And again, just a teardrop shape, but I like to do it upside down because it's just easier, much easier. And you can even do that if it's your own nail or it's on a client. Just ask them to flip their hand around facing you so the nail's upright facing you, and you can do that drip. So get that in the lamp. That takes a full minute to cure, and I will top coat, glossy top coat after. So now it's time to add all of those bits of glitter to create like a honeycomb effect, and the 3 nails that are left are going to have this effect on them. Just taking some hex glitter, perfect for honeycomb, and just lining them up, and you can create anything you want, any shape, position, design. Just go, add a bit more to the left if it needs it, add a bit more to the right, go off on a tangent. I think it all looks so good. As long as you, before you cure it, make sure that you're going back in to just make sure that they're in the right position, because we haven't cured that base coat. It is a little bit slippy. They do like to move around sometimes. So once you've got all of it in, you'll find that some at the top might have moved a little bit. So just make sure before you're curing it, you move them right. Give it a cure, then I base coated it again, gave it another cure, wiped it over because I find that the stickers stick a lot better without that sticky inhibition layer from the base coat. And I'm just taking a wasp sticker, giving that a rub. And then this one is the ring finger. And this one has the sticker on first because we want the honeycomb hex glitter to be around it rather than underneath the wasp. So I'm using some of the tiny little ones at the top and the same larger ones at the bottom. Now this is very time consuming, placing all of these little bits. And like I said, by the time you've got to the bottom of your nail or put your last piece on, you need to go back up to where you started and make sure that they're all in the right position. The position that you put them in originally or the position that you want them to be before you cure them. Give them a cure, give them another coat of base coat just in case there's any bumps or ridges from where the glitter is poking out. And for the ring finger, I just wanted like 3 different spots where the glitter honeycomb will be. Cure it, give it another top coat just to seal it all in a little bit before we top coat them. Almost like you're encapsulating them, just in case, like I said, they're not bent, are they? They're not curved, so they do like to poke out sometimes, but they are all done. Give them all a lovely glossy top coat, or matte if you prefer. Obviously the stripy one with the glitter, the black glitter, can't top coat that. You could, I suppose, but I like the texture from the glitter. I think that's really cool. And they are all done. I do really like this design. Absolutely loved creating them, and I love creating them for the second time. Really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. Don't forget that you can save 30% at Madame Glam using my code LittleNailRoom30_1. I'll leave it on screen, and everything I've used will be linked in the description box down below. And I will see you on Wednesday for a new video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.